The purpose of this webinar is to show you how to use the web capability with CAPTIV NeuroLab. So I will create a screen project. Let's call it Webinar 1. And to keep things simple, I will only use an eye tracker. It's going to be a Tobii device, but you know that you can also use the iTech, which we can supply as a bundle, and the Gaze Point remote eye tracker. So for this purpose, just a Tobii system, no GSR, no facial expression, no EEG, to keep things simple. And I'm going to explore the Amazon.com web page, and I'm not going to set a particular duration because this is going to be an open browsing session. We recommend Chrome as the browser, and we are currently fine-tuning the capability with Firefox, but Chrome is your preferred browser in most situations. We are ready to go, and we can immediately embark to the recording page. So the NeuroLab is pinging the server just to make sure that the connection is made and there's a web capability ready. We have our scenario. I just need to create a new subject. So it's going to be me, and yes indeed. So we are ready. The eye tracker is detected and the subject is ready also. We need to calibrate. So this process is the same with any eye tracker that is compatible with CAPTIV NeuroLab. And at the end of the calibration, there is an assessment. Basically yes or no, this is fine, and we can start recording. This is an important key because the F10 will enable you to stop the recording session, so please keep it in mind. And now it's opening the Amazon page. So you know that on many web pages there are some static contents, but there's also some dynamic contents, like those banners which are flying around here. So typically if we look at those little kids there, let's go back. Right, and now I'm browsing down to wherever. Okay, well I like this helmet. Let's have a look at it and see what the comments are, or if there are. Well, this one looks cooler, so let's keep this one, and it's even cheaper. Great. And what about the comments from users? They're particularly good. So okay, let's pretend our session is over. Now F10 key, and CAPTIV is recapturing all the visited pages and overlaying the gaze across them, just to make sure that no data, no capture is missing, and that the analysis will be much more facilitated through this process. So it takes a few seconds, and then we're good. Almost there. So if you're epileptic, just close your eyes. Okay, so this is the last acknowledgement process, disconnecting from the server, and then we can close and go to the analysis. So there's the typical, of course, report capability that you've seen before with static media, images, and videos also, of course. So there's the scenario playback with the bee swarm and heat maps and everything, and the media analysis with the three visited pages. Now I can of course go back to my scenario and define some AOIs on some key elements. So I can actually scroll by pressing the control key and the mouse scroll. So there was this AOI across this helmet, so I can, or headset, so I can do this as always. There's nothing special there because you've done that before, and then we can have the analysis by reloading, refreshing the report, not only for the media strips in this case, but also for each particular AOI, whether it has been looked at and not, and so on. Now, what is more interesting, so to say, is also the analysis for the dynamic objects, those banners that are flying around. So here you can see, for instance, that in the first media that has been recorded, this is a fixed image, but we spent some time looking at it. So the way around that is to add an extra capture of the actual banners that were presented there. So concretely, you need to make a screen capture of the dynamic objects, the movies and so on, and import it into the NeuroLab. So I've done it before, so they are prepared. So I have several banners. So let's take the one with the kids, for instance. And so it's loading the banner, and on the right here I have the chronology of my recording. So there's only one here that was me, so that's straightforward. And I can play. Oh, I didn't select it correctly. Yes, there we are. Then I can play it. So you can see my gaze traveling, and I just need to do some mapping across this banner. So I will show you what I mean by this in a second, as soon as it arrives. There. So here's the banner, and so I activate this mapping capability, and this is my gaze position here. And by using the arrow keys, I can move from fixation to fixation. There's one here on the back, so I need to map my gaze here, and then hit jumping to the next fixation outside of the image. I'm ignoring it. The next one. Okay, now it's looking at this sort of toy here, and then at the mini church here, and reading there, and back to the church, and again, and again, and so on, and so on, then to the text, so and on the shoulder of the little girl, and so on. So well, I could continue like this, but I guess you've got the principle. Now if I go back here in the chronology of the recording, and I move my arrow again, now you see this is the corresponding mapping which I've just made. Then next click is taking me to the next image, so nothing here, nothing. Now back here on the statue, then on the church, and so on and so on. So this is a manual process, but then you are sure not to miss anything that has been looked at and that is dynamic in your recording. And of course you can also define AOIs. So for instance, the church here, or castle, I don't know exactly, can be also an AOI, and we can have the analytics across them. So I just need to close this. I need to refresh, in this case, my analysis, and here's the result in a second. Okay, so I got the media, so all that I did before is still there, of course, but then I have the strip with the fixations and the chronology and so on, then the interaction with the church AOI, and so on. So now you've got the logic and the mechanism of this. So I strongly encourage you to practice And any question, feedback, comment, of course, is welcome. Thank you, and bye-bye.